Platypus was first
What?
by
What?
by 433 milliseconds. Platypus was first, according to the app.
Okay.
So what is Quidditch?
Correct.
No.
So 100 points for Platypus. He's got 500 to Antony's 0. Platypus, you got it right. You get to pick the next category again.
I have a gigabit connection. I should have won that buzz.
Well, it doesn't.
Okay.
You have to remember that I have to manually unlock the buzzer. So you might be clicking before at that time period where I'm unlocking it after I finish reading the prompt.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah,
Everything stopped working on the screen. Okay.
Nice.
Just in time for us to start. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next Unfiltered Pineapple Podcast episode, Jeopardy edition. We got here returning guest Platypus and a first-timer Antony. Say hello, contestants.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
And I'm your host, Orik. Today, I have in front of you guys a custom-made Jeopardy board. Tried to make something that you guys had some crossover with or may just, be in tune with enough to understand and answer. So we're going to see how this goes. Our rules for this Jeopardy are a little different than your traditional Jeopardy. There's no points lost for incorrect answers. I'd rather you guys jump in and try and guess, even if it's just silly, rather than just not say anything at all. There will be no double Jeopardy. One, couldn't figure out how to add that into the system, but two, there is one question that does have double points. You'll see what I mean when it gets there. And just for time's sake, we're not doing a final Jeopardy this recording. It's just going to be whoever has the most by the end wins. Or if there's a tie, I'll come up with a tiebreaker question. Maybe rock, paper, scissors on Google. But nevertheless, do we have any questions, gentlemen, before we get started?
Nope.
No.
All right, nice delay. I'll let you go. Since you're new, Antony, I'll let you go ahead and pick the first topic and category. Our topics for today, for those of you that are listening, are it's a sport, female protagonist, tracing the source, fitness, and the Unfiltered Pineapple Podcast cast. So where would you like to start, Antony?
The Unfiltered Pineapple cast.
For which amount?
Let's do 500.
Just going right for it. I like it. World War II was the only subject in history class this cast member was ever interested in and paid attention to. All right. Platy Daddy.
Okay, let me guess. Who is Matt?
Incorrect. Antony, would you like to take a guess?
So I have to use people's aliases, right, when I say this?
Yes.
Oh, this makes things tougher. Okay. I would say Orik?
Incorrect.
Oh, damn.
The answer is Noodles.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Which is, a little bit more interesting when you remember how he was in school, that this is the thing that got his attention.
Yeah, no, and I had to think about it because I'm like, you and Dean were pretty good in all your classes with the GPAs y'all had.
Yeah, that's why the key to this one was only interested in this one subject.
Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough.
All right. Well, that's why it was the 500. But no one got
Mm.
any points. Platypus.
Mm.
Go ahead and pick the next category and point.
Let's do female protagonist for 200.
All right. The fairy companion to Peter Pan. Platypus.
Who is Tinkerbell?
Correct.
Oh, I'm forgetting I have to hit the damn buzzer.
Yep. Just a skill
Hmm.
issue. All right.
Oh my god, I knew that.
Buzzer is locked. Next round. All right. Platypus, you got that correct. Go ahead and pick the next category and points
Tracing the source for 200.
for 200. Okay. So, the term used by a journalist to explain why he or she may refuse to disclose the anonymous source of information.
Dude, I'm
All
gonna
right.
guess
Pla-
what it. Sorry, what?
Yeah, you rang in first. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna guess what is confidentiality.
I will accept it.
What?
Well, he just another variation of the word confidential.
He got it wrong. He said he added ality to the end of it. That's not confidential.
I mean, how are we
I,
calling this one?
I'm going to accept it because there's many synonyms. So I'm going to accept it. It's a 200 point. I have faith in Antony. I think he can catch up and pass. If it
We need a
comes down,
referee for this one.
if it comes, I'll make a note. If it comes down to a tie at the end, I will deduct 200 points from Platypus. How's that?
I will not lose.
Hmm.
Sound good? If I if it's a tie at the
Yeah,
end,
you
I'll just
better make
deduct
a note.
200. Okay,
You
let me
better
write that
make a
down
note.
real quick. Minus 200 Platypus. Okay, so all right, so you know how to use the buzzer now, Antony, right?
Yes, you locked it on me.
Okay, yeah, because we're not out of questions. All right, Platypus, since you quote got it right, the last one, go ahead and pick the next prompt, the
Wow.
next
The,
category and point.
Again?
the quote got it right. All right. I
Oh
will.
my.
Dude, it's a sport for 100.
This ain't good. I don't know any sports.
All right, cannot I can't say this word properly. Canonically played in the air, this Muggle version has teams running on the ground with broomsticks between their legs. Platypus was first
What?
by
What?
by 433 milliseconds. Platypus was first, according to the app.
Oh my.
Say
Okay.
what is Quidditch?
Correct.
No.
So 100 points for Platypus. He's got 500 to Antony's 0. Platypus, you got it right. You get to pick the next category again.
I have a gigabit connection. I should have won that buzz.
Well, it doesn't.
Okay.
You have to remember that I have to manually unlock the buzzer. So you might be clicking before at that time period where where I'm unlocking it after I finish reading the prompt.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
you just got to pay attention because after I say the last word is when I unlock the buzzer. So it's a manual process. Forgive me. For anyone listening, behind the scenes is a little funny, but
We should have a video of that up behind the scenes so people can see the buzzing and everything happening.
I might have to do that for future recordings. Yeah, the good idea. But anyways, let's keep the game going. Platypus, which one would you like next? You've been keeping it
Fitness.
easy so far.
Oh yeah,
Fitness.
well, fitness for 300.
Ooh, big number. All right. An isometric core strength exercise that involves maintaining a position similar to a push up, but with the body's weight focused on forearms, elbows, and toes. I've used the wrong spelling of toes here. It's supposed to be TOES. um, just worked on this really quick last night. Sorry. So, anyways, I'm going to do a countdown because I read that incorrectly and took a pause. So, actually, I'm just going to read it again and then unpause it so that it's fair. Okay. An isometric core strength exercise that involves maintaining a position similar to a push up, but with the body's weight focused on forearms, elbows, and toes. Platypus.
No.
What is
There was
what
a
is
2-second
planking?
delay on that one. What is what?
Planking.
Oh
Correct.
my God. I don't. I just. And I kept hitting the button. Did you hear it? Did you hear the clicking? I kept trying.
No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything
Wow.
until 2 seconds late. Here, real quick, test it one more. I'm going to unlock it. Push it as soon as you see it unlock. Hey, you were instant that one, so. All right, we'll keep going. Platypus got it right for 300 points. Platypus, you get to pick the very next category and points. What would you like? 5 in a
What is
row.
female protagonist for 400?
Okay, so what do we got here? That's right. In addition to being the sister of the king of this fictional world from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this character is the lead scientist responsible for experimenting with vibranium. No one rush.
Oh my goodness.
I know she is. I can't remember her name.
All right, I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. Anyone? All right, the answer is Shuri. I think that's how you pronounce it. Also, the actress is Letita Wright.
Knew it was an SH something.
Hmm.
Okay. Honestly, I thought that might be the hardest one on this board. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Antony, now it's your turn.
Finally.
Yes, Shuri is from Black Panther. Just to give the name of the movie.
Oh man.
Yep.
All right. I will choose fitness for 500.
Someone just goes straight for the 500s. Let's see how this one is. Okay, so per Wikipedia, quote, the practice of progressive resistance exercise to build, control, and develop one's muscles via hypertrophy. And to clarify, hypertrophy is basically enlarging cells to enlarge muscles. Antony,
Wait, what's the question?
what is this? What is
Resistance
this activity?
exercises.
What is this activity?
Resistance exercises.
Gonna need something a bit different.
Hmm. Do I go now?
If you buzz in, if you want to buzz in.
I'll guess. Ooh, 33 seconds. I'm gonna guess what is Pilates?
Incorrect. All right. I'll give Antony a chance to expand on what he was thinking about. What activity would this be? All right.
Oh wait,
Hmm.
hold up. The
Are you trying to stall while you Google this? Is that what's happening?
oh, I didn't think of using Google. Hold on, let me look it up there.
No, don't. Okay, so the answer the answer is bodybuilding.
Oh
Huh.
my God, that was so stupid.
Right.
I am so stupid.
Well, I did say per Wikipedia, so maybe if I'd done a layman's terms definition, it would have made more sense. But I didn't want to do anything like who's Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything like that. So, all right, no one got any points that one. Anthony chose it, so now it's back to Platypus. Platypus, please pick the category and points.
It's a sport for 300.
Ooh, fun one. This was my favorite one to learn about while making this. Okay, so not to be confused with the Paralympic version played in wheelchairs, this version involves the minimum number of wheels necessary to move across the court and shoot hoops. Buzzer's open. If anyone's brave enough. Again, not to be confused with the Paralympic version. Antony buzzed in. Really quick race. Okay, so, Antony.
What is
Here,
wheelchair basketball?
did you say what is wheelchair basketball?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Platypus? Not to be confused with the Paralympic version played in wheelchairs. This version is different. What is it, Platypus?
Mm, I have
5
no idea. Are they playing this on segways or something?
The minimum number of wheels would be 1, so the answer is unicycle basketball.
What?
People are
That
talented
is
enough
so
to do that.
dangerous. How many times do they face plant?
I love how his reaction is that is so dangerous, as though these people don't do it for fun and living and have a sense of balance at this point.
My
There's a lot of
God,
rules to it. I got distracted reading about a lot of the rules for it. It's pretty interesting.
I would have my face in the court.
Do they
Yeah.
actually like dribble when they play that?
Yeah, you have to be on the unicycle the whole time. It's a balancing act, and you dribble, and you can steal from people if you get close enough, and all that.
That's crazy.
Free throws, everything. Got to be on the unicycle.
Good lord.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
That is true talent. Now I need to watch that.
so no one got it right. Platypus chose that one, so it's back to Antony. Antony, what category would you like to choose
Goodness.
next? Which 500
I'm-
are you picking next?
Oh, let's do tracing the source for 500, Orik.
Okay. The earliest form of writing was used in ancient Mesopotamia to record debts and financial transactions on clay tablets. There's 2 answers to this one. Different names for the same thing, though.
What is Rosetta Stone?
I like it. Translation, though, what's the translated name? All right.
Oh my god. Hey, I know it. I got this. It's an accounting term.
You're close.
It's an accounting.
Platypus, any guesses?
Nope.
I like the honesty. All right. 5 more seconds, Anthony. Got to move on.
It's an accounting term.
That's not really an accounting term. All right.
No?
So, what was that?
Unless it's
I don't
hieroglyphics.
know
I
it.
got
No, it's not hieroglyphics. It's older than that. The answer is cuneiform.
I wish I would have been awake in like second grade history class.
This was a
or
high
any
school
history
history.
class.
Yeah. Yeah. Like noodles, you got to pick your topic. All right. That's why it's a 500. So, who picked that one? Anthony, because it was a 500. Anthony picked it. So, Platypus, your turn to pick the next category.
Let's do fitness for 100.
Fitness for 100. Okay, so a measure of body fat based on height and weight. Anthony,
BMI.
correct. You got your first points on the board. Now it's a competition. 800 to
Wow.
100. So, Anthony, what would you like to choose to keep that momentum going?
Let's do female protagonist for 500, Orik.
Okay. So, this selfless Latina girl embarks on improving her community with assistance from her shoe-wearing monkey friend. Platypus,
Who is Dora the Explorer?
correct. And for
Oh.
double points, do you know her full name, her real name?
Nope. I thought that was it.
Nope, she's got a full name. So, the answer her Dora is the nickname for Dorline Panfilia Lopez Marquez.
Yeah, no
Wow.
idea.
I found that out on Nickelodeon's website directly. For adults. I didn't enter in as for kid. I entered in as for adults. And like Dora, quote, Dora. So anyways, yeah. I didn't realize she had a full name either. I had to look it up. All right.
Oh.
500 points for Platypus. He's got a 1,200 point lead on Antony. Platypus, your turn to pick a category.
Let's do tracing the source for 400.
What was this one? Yeah, that's right. Fun one. In 1947, the world's first computer bug occurred when this insect was found to be causing physical issues with the computer's hardware. Antony.
What is a cockroach?
Incorrect. Platypus.
What is a fruit fly?
Incorrect. I'll give you guys another chance on this one. There's a lot of insects out there. Antony.
What is an ant?
Incorrect. Platypus.
Shoot. What is a ladybug?
Incorrect. Bigger. Yeah. All right. Just because there's a lot more insects. Antony, final guess. Absolute last one. Third and final chance.
What is a spider?
Incorrect. Platypus.
I don't know. What is a praying mantis?
A little too big, but no. I like it. No. The answer is a moth.
What?
A moth.
Wow.
A moth caused
That's
the very
funny.
first computer bug.
Am I
It was-
reading this correctly? 1,300 for platypus?
Yes.
Oh.
He went from 800 to
Uh,
1,300 with that Dora answer. All right. Well, Platypus picks that one. So, Antony, your turn to pick the category.
It's a sport for 500, Orik.
I kind of guessed that's where you were going. This one, I think you'll get. Based entirely on logic, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, contestants solve unusual game prompts and tasks in a point-based system race against other contestants and the clock in this Microsoft program esport. Antony. You buzzed in. Antony?
Esports?
Yep. No, is that your answer? Esports?
What is esports?
No, that's not. What? It's based on this Microsoft program.
Xbox.
All right, incorrect. Platypus.
I don't know. It sounds like this. Is it Jeopardy?
Incorrect. I'll give you guys a quick moment to read this one and not overthink it. This is the esport. This Microsoft program is the esport. I'm going to reset the buzzer. All right, it's open. Going to give 5 more seconds for someone to ring in or up before I give the answer. All right. So if I were to say that it's one of the Microsoft Office suite programs, what would you say this is?
Excel.
Platypus is correct.
What?
What the? There's an Excel esport.
But you
It's
don't get
blowing my
points
mind
for
right
that.
now.
You don't get points for that because I had to direct you so much.
What?
Yes, Microsoft Excel is an esport. They actually have their World Championships coming up in December
What?
in Vegas.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so
Wow.
no one got points for that, but it is an esport. And I knew that before I was making this board. That's how come I chose the it's a sport category. Actually, it's like let's make this a question. All right.
Wow, that was so confusing. We should have named that category computer nerd.
Well, not all the categories in there. You had unicycle bicycling. That's not a nerd.
The nerd.
It's a different kind of nerd, but not a computer nerd. All right. So, Anthony picked that one. So, Platypus, which category and points would you like to choose?
Female protagonist for 300.
Okay. So, Jinkies is the catchphrase of this mystery-solving, bespectacled sleuth. Whoops. Let me hold on. Reset. Lock. Unlock. Go. All right. Platypus.
Who's Velma?
Correct. All right. Platypus, you got it right. You have 1,600 to Anthony's 100. Platypus,
gonna
what would you like
lose.
to... You got this. There's plenty of points. You just got to, ring in. Whether you know it or not, you got to ring in and take a lucky guess if you need to. All right, Platypus, what would you like to pick next?
Tracing the source for 100.
Tracing the source for 100. The potato originated in this region of South America. The potato originated in this region of South America. What is the source of the potato?
I don't even like potatoes.
Like potatoes?
That's not what I asked. I asked where did the potato originate from, Anthony? Not do you like them?
The ground. The ground.
But what ground? What country? What region? What geography? Anthony.
Colombia.
Close. Might give it to you.
Venezuela.
No. All right,
Argentina.
Platypus. Platypus.
Peru?
Correct.
No. Oh my goodness. There's no way to catch back up. How many points before we call it a game?
Platypus has 1,700. You have 100. So you're 1,600 behind a tie. And there is 2, 6, 7, 10. There's more than 16. There's like 2,500 points left. Well,
So I'd have to get almost every one of these right to even.
He's been getting them mostly right up to this point, so it's only fair.
So if the remainder, I would have to get almost all of them right and be the
If you get all the 400s and a 300, you're still in contention.
Okay.
That's how much points are left. You're good. You got a chance. And you already got all the 500s out, most of the 400s and 300s, so it's a lot of the easier ones. So you just got to rack up the easy points. You got this.
I just want to win, Orik.
I know. Yeah. You still got half the board. It's all good. Okay, so
I don't want to be a loser.
Peru was the correct. Well, only you can fix that. So Peru was the correct answer. So Platypus, please pick the next category and points.
Let's do fitness for 200.
Fitness for 200. Okay, so the ability to change direction quickly and control the movement of the whole body. Oh, Antony was first by 200 milliseconds.
What is coordination?
Incorrect.
Oh, I know it. What is reaction?
Incorrect. Platypus.
Oh, man. I was going to say, what are reflexes?
Incorrect. Though I can see why, this might be an error on my part with the answer is agility.
Wow.
No one protested, so we're going to keep it as is that no one got it right. Okay, so
I got my signs ready. I'm going to be walking outside your house.
That's fine. Antony, you get to choose now. How do where do you want to start your momentum for your comeback?
Let's do UPP cast for 400.
You're just going for the big points only. I think I kind of knew where you're going next. Okay, so cast member who joined the track and field team in school for less than 1 week.
Who is Platypus?
You didn't buzz in.
Oh. Who is Platypus?
That's your hint. It's not correct if you want to change your answer. Try giving you a way out. What'd you say?
Who is Noodle?
Correct. Yeah, by the
There
way,
we go.
if Platypus is playing the game and you didn't ring in knowing the answer, that was your hint like, hey, pay attention. Platypus is gonna say like, oh wait, yeah, he's right. No, that's not.
Someone needs to activate their Windows.
Hmm?
It says activate Windows, go to settings to activate Windows.
I'm not seeing that on the screen at all. That might be a you thing.
Yeah, I don't see it either. You might have a
It's
virus.
showing up on whoever's sharing their screen.
All right. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
Anthony, you
Someone's
got
lost
points.
their
You got
license for Windows.
Anthony, pay attention. We still got a game to play. Don't you got momentum? Don't distract yourself and ruin it. So, you got that right for 400
Oh wait,
points.
I get to choose again.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm trying to keep your attention.
Orik, I'm gonna do fitness for 400.
All right, fitness for 400.
Working on my
This
fitness.
famous fitness instructor from 1990s, known as the King of Aerobics. Anthony.
Who is Richard Simmons?
Correct. Rest in peace. Recently died. I wanted to find a way to add him into the game. A little bit of a, tribute to such an icon. All right. And his actual name was Milton Teagle Simmons. I put that in there. Not that I expected either of you two to know it.
Wow.
All right. 1700 to 900. You're 800
Oh,
points
I
away
get to
from
go
tying.
again. I get
You're
to go
800
again.
points from tying, and you're catching up. And you get to pick. So what would you like to choose?
Take a wild guess, Orik.
We'll go to the 400 for It's a Sport.
Correct.
All right. Victory can come for this sport. Victory can come from one of these matches by either knockout, checkmate, or running out of time on the clock. Antony won by 100 milliseconds.
What is chess?
Incorrect. Platypus.
Huh?
What is wizard's chess?
Okay.
No, I don't
Alright,
know.
So, okay, I was about to say that might be a nickname, so I just needed you to clarify. So, you don't know? Okay. You're both on the right track. I'll give you one more chance. I'm going to reset the buzzer, lock it. I'm going to unlock in 3, 2, 1. You can win by either knockout, checkmate, or running out of time on the clock. Antony.
So it is a form of chess.
Yes, but it's not chess. There's more to it.
It's like that competitive thing that people compete in with chess, but you don't call it chess?
It's a variation of chess, but it's also it's a combination of sports. That's your hint. It's a combination of sports. In what sport do you win by knockout? TKO.
Okay, we both. I was gonna say either like UFC or boxing or something.
Correct. So 5 seconds. Who's got the answer? Who's gonna buzz in with the answer? Antony.
What is boxing?
Huh?
What is boxing?
It's a combination of sports. All right. The answer is chess boxing.
What? I said chess and I said boxing.
But you didn't combine them. So chess boxing is you start one round boxing. At the bell, you guys then start to play chess. And then at the bell, you go back to boxing. And then at the bell, you go back to chess. And it just goes back and forth. And you can win by either getting checkmate, knocking out your actual opponent, or
know
in either
what?
case, running out the clock.
Platypus and
brutal.
I will be waiting outside with signs.
I don't think Platypus is angry about that one. He had just as much opportunity to get it right. All right, Platypus, you get to pick. We're getting very close on points. We've got 3, 6, 9. We got 1,200 points left, and Antony is behind by 800. And we've got all the easy questions left. So, Platypus, what would you like to choose?
Tracing the source, 300.
Tracing the source for 300. All right. This character gave the famous ironic phrase, "Fish are friends, not food," in Disney's 2003 animated movie Finding Nemo. Platypus.
Who is Bruce the shark?
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So it looks as though we have a victor determined, but let's keep going. Platypus, what would you like to
No,
pick
we
next?
have a victory determined. Don't rub it in my face.
Platypus. Well, the audience would like to see the rest of these prompts and answers. So, Platypus, what would you like to pick next?
We'll do UP or unfiltered pineapple cast for 300.
300. All right. This cast member got stuck on the side of the road for 4 hours when his car battery died while braking after accelerating too quickly down a steep hill on a country road. Platypus.
That sounds unfortunate. I'm gonna guess who is Matt.
Incorrect. Anthony, would you like to take a guess as to who this is?
Who is? I don't know.
All right. The answer is me.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well, the explanation's right there. There's more story later, but I talked about it on one of our episodes. So,
So your alternator or battery just was no good.
yeah, so basically by the time I got to the bottom of the hill and was coming uphill, the car was already dead and it was just momentum.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so brakes weren't working or anything. It's just like, all right, I just got to ride this out. Okay, so no one got it right. Anthony, which 200 would you like to pick?
The UPP.
Okay. Cool Whip is avoided and not enjoyed by this cast member. Cool Whip is avoided and not enjoyed by this cast member. Who doesn't like Cool Whip? No one's buzzing in. Give it 5 more seconds. Platypus, take a guess.
Who is Miles?
Correct. Okay.
Give me a minute.
Gotcha. So which category of the final 3 would you like? There's It's a Sport for 200, Female Protagonist for 100, UPP Cast for 100. I'm really surprised no one's picked Female Protagonist for 100. Seems like you guys were avoiding that. The
All
easiest.
right, well, I feel
The,
like I have to. Let's knock out the last female protagonist for
the e-
100.
probably the easiest question. This Alderaan princess introduced in the very first Star Wars film who is related to the main protagonist.
Who is
Platypus.
Princess
No,
Leia?
platypus.
Well, yeah, what he said, he was Princess Leia, but I knew that shit.
Plat-
Oh, it was
platypus.
only 142 milliseconds off. I
Yep.
spoke first.
Yep. All right. So, platypus got that right. Which of the final 2 categories would you like, platypus?
Let's do the sport. It's a
2.
sport.
It's a sport? Question mark for 200. This gravity racing challenge began in 1933 when kids built makeshift cars to race down hills as fast as possible.
Oh crap, what is it called?
You know what it is, you just don't know the name. Platypus.
What is boxcar racing?
That is, I didn't put it in here, but that is correct. That is one of the variations. It's called soapbox derby, soapbox racing. There's like 6 nicknames. I just didn't type them all in. That is correct. Boxcar racing. Okay, and finally, the last UPP cast question for 100 points. This cast member is constantly on the road for work, sometimes traveling hours alone to destinations. Reset the buzzer and go. Anyone want to take a guess as to who's always driving for work? It's very obvious. Anyone? All right. 3, 2, 1. Fine. Okay, so platypus, you came in just at the end of the bell.
Who is Orik?
Incorrect. Antony, any guess? Any cast member?
Who is Matt?
Correct. He drives for a living. All right. Okay, so our final scores. Oh, wait. I will make that correction. Let's take off 200 points for platypus because of that technicality. He got the word technically wrong. So with that, the score is closer. Platypus with 2,300 to Anthony's 1,000. That makes Platypus our winner. Congratulations. How's it feel,
Yes,
Platypus?
I just took a bow. Nice.
Yeah, there's no final Jeopardy for you this time. But even if it was, you could easily just wager 100 and win, so it wouldn't matter. So, all right, gentlemen, did you have fun? Did you like the prompts? Interesting categories, weren't they?
Yes to all of the above.
Anthony, am I gonna get a very lengthy email about this soon?
Lengthy? No. You'll just see signs outside your house.
That's fine. My dog would love to watch you stand there.
Oh, I
So,
won't stand there. I'll just plant them in your front yard. I ain't got time to be sweating in no sun.
well, with that, we finished up Jeopardy game number 5. We have a new contender in the Trivia Championship Series of Platypus. Anthony, you gave a good run. You probably would have done better had the buzzer not been giving you difficulty at the start, but close as it was, you still lost. Better luck next time, unfortunately.
I think this was planned. I think this was a setup, and we're gonna have a rematch, and I'm gonna win.
That's fine. Again, I tried. I really did because I don't know what you two know. I really did try to find topics you two would both at least have a chance at, or may have had some
Someone was
introduction
hacked
to.
my computer. Someone hacked my computer and hacked my buzzer. One of y'all little nerds got into my computer.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm in
Isn't-
that's why I'm in the Excel Championship Series.
Exactly.
All right. Well, any final words, gentlemen?
No, this GG's, I guess. Let me know when the rematch is.
I'll have you guys help pick the categories. Let you guys give me a list of categories you'd like, and I'll pick answers from there. All right, Anthony. Any last words?
No.
All right, cool. Well, follow us on our socials, everybody. We thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Unfiltered Pineapple Podcast. This has been your host, Orik, game showing for Platypus and Antony today. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Have a good day, everybody.
Peace.